The Central Bank Museum is located in the historic center of Loja City, next to the main square, between Bolivar and Bernardo Valdivieso streets. It contains the archaeological and colonial history of Loja City. Generally, the Central Bank Museum of Ecuador develops art religious expositions, musicals, literary and numismatic presentations, exposed by an activity calendar. Otherwise, the task is developed in the middle as needed due to the change of politics, which alters the traditional fate of entity that is eriged in the historical head of capital Lojano.
The birth of the National Museum, Central Bank of Ecuador, took place in 1958, when the bank acquired an important collection of pre-Columbian gold artifacts that were followed by numerous antiques that in 1979 gave the possibility to inaugurate the Archaeological Museum and the Gallery of Art Guillermo Pérez Chiriboga. The oldest piece of this museum dates from 12,000 BC and the most recent is from 1993. Over the time, the museum was converted into the pioneering institution in safeguarding the national cultural heritage, which put emphasis in the education of the students. The Central Museum of Ecuador has three headquarters in the cities of Guayaquil, Cuenca, and Loja.
The history and the culture of the Museum of the Central Bank of Ecuador here in Loja opened its doors for the first time in November 17, 1995. The building has an extensive history because of the location around the main square. With the passing of the years, it has always been a property of people that had a lot to do with the progress of the city. There lived Don Bernardo Valdivieso when he worked as a government official. When the building was the property of Don Daniel Alvarez Borneo, it was part of the fortune that the philanthropist was bequeathing the city for education of the young people. When the building was at the edge of collapse, the central bank bought it with the condition of keeping in accordance with the policy of the local government, designating it to a museum for the city.
Cultural impact. This museum is the place where Lojano's identity converges in a mix between our colonial past, the polemical Nueva Granada, and contemporary culture. All of this through painting exhibitions, religious art exhibitions, musical performances, literary and numismatic exhibitions. The importance of this museum itself is based on its historical value. Indeed, this museum was Loja's progress stage, being witnessed by the work of several distinguished and local authorities. Therefore, we, as Lojanos, should react in order to proudly rescue our identity by acts of solidarity, like those that take place here.
The museum has permitted transformation of society because it promotes the tourism and connects Lojanos with their past. It is an inspirational source for a lot of researchers, writers, and poets, whose results are reflected in important publications of Loja through the world. The museum allows the diffusion of the information about the cultural heritage of Loja through many activities such as student tours. Ultimately, this museum has served for all who are Lojanos in order to feel proud to have palpable information about their history, which is protected in this museum. And all of this is part of the Central Bank Museum.